Forever. Dog.
Race chaser. Woo-hoo. Race chaser. Yeehaw. Race chaser. Woo-hoo. Race chaser.
Hello.
Hello,
And welcome back to Race Chaser.
Race Chaser.
A podcast dedicated to the discussion, dissection,
And dissemination.
of every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, starting from the very beginning.
This is the beginning.
A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Learning you how to do a better day. My name's Alaska. What's yours?
Hello, I'm Willam.
Welcome back. We're back in the saddle, back in the recording Zoom meetings.
Back in the gaffin.
RuPaul's Gaffin. Two things that cannot wait until hot goss happening in the world. First of all, we lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Supreme Court Justice, last week. She died at 87 years old and was a true American hero for the historic work that she did. And her open spot on the Supreme Court is yet another reason to vote in leadership that has the best interest of women, queers, people of color in their core beliefs. So she will be missed, and it's very sad that she passed away, and that was really hard news to get over the wire the other night.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating, but like using her life as an example and seeing like, you know, if she was just one of those people that was accepted back in the day, her and Sandra Day O'Connor, they would have just ended up at a law firm being like retired partners in the end. And instead they used their adversity to find a new way in through teaching and education.
Right.
And then they became Supreme Court justices. And like they helped make our future so clear because like, you know, a lot of people, most of America goes about their day being privileged and, you know, they've never had their rights decided on. Like, you know, my sister, straight white American girl, you know, she knows people that are voting for Trump and that's disappointing. But like her rights have never been decided on by like 7 people and ours have. So like knowing that Ruth went up against all that for her gender and all that inequities that she faced then. And then she flipped it around and helped us out in the end. Another minority is just like, it's so inspiring. And I hope that, that she's like, you know, a figurehead for everybody along with like Beyonce and like Mary Tyler Moore and like groundbreaking women, you know?
Right. And we'll talk more about her on Hot Goss in a couple of days.
There's another groundbreaking woman though.
What? What are you referring to?
Gaga. Please hang up and dial 911. Oh my God.
Yes.
This video is giving me like Alejandro's cousin who's staying with her for the summer.
Right. Yeah. Very that.
It's everything.
Yeah. Definitely check out the 911 art film. I make an appearance in it. I am the guy banging his head on the pillow. So just look closely. That's me.
Congratulations.
That's actually how I feel. Mentally, that's where I'm at. But yeah, tag yourself. Last week, we finished our coverage of All-Stars 1, the groundbreaking first All-Star season of Drag Race. And our first inductee into the Drag Race Hall of Fame, Ms. Lady Chatterley, Chad Michaels.
Now, that was a revelatory season for us. 6 full episodes chock full of neon superhero promo pictures. We don't have a new promo picture for this episode, but we're taking a little tangent.
Tangential. Supplementary.
Angela Tangential. And we're going to be reviewing an episode of television which is groundbreaking and important, and the amazing content which is available to watch on VH1 now, which we refer to, is RuPaul's Drag Race Vegas Revue.
Yeah, we wanted to take an episode just to kind of round up what we've seen so far on Vegas Revue. I feel like everyone's talking about it. Everyone is like watching this because we're in the interim period between seasons right now. So
I mean, the Vegas
moment.
I feel like the Vegas Revue show that we're watching is actually the Untucked for the actual Vegas show. It's just in a long form.
You're right.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like this is like a good thing to cover. There's going to be a lot of quotes for a lot of years. There's going to be a lot of like beefs that we talk about. Beef, bitch, we could eat for months on just the servings of beef that they've given us in the first 3 episodes. We could have a beef bourguignon, a beef Cameron Michael.
Yeah, definitely.
A stew, a soup.
Yeah, Naomi Smalls alone is an iconic figure in this show. I call it
she missed the hug circle.
Girl,
the hug circle.
I call it the real drag housewives of Las Vegas because it's basically they're taking these drag queens and they're putting them in social situations where the possibilities for let's say sparks are apparent.
There are more sparks in this show than a gender reveal party, let me tell you.
Wow. Way too soon. Now, you've seen the show at Flamingo Las Vegas, right?
I have seen it at Flamingo Las Vegas. I always try to go back to, my old haunts when I'm in Vegas. And I performed in that room in 2006. So, I'm an alum.
I don't know what you're doing at the Flamingo, but it ain't dancing.
It wasn't dancing. It was moving. We could have had anyone.
We could have gotten anyone. RuPaul, Paula Abdul. Willam Belli is exciting. She's vivacious and she's very, very, very sexy.
The show, the queens, the drama, you're here for all of it, and so are we. This show is tailor-made to the VH1 audience. It shows drama. I mean, you'll get to it, but it's everything you could ever want. And if you haven't watched it yet, let us entice you by reviewing it now. This is in no way a paid talk by the producers of World of Wonder.
No, we're doing this just for fun, for our own enjoyment.
Yeah. It's a mom hobby just to dissect, disseminate, and discussionate.
Yes.
So I'm saying good for them for having this Flamingo show, letting all the girls see it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Did you see it yet?
I saw a bunch of clips. I didn't get a chance to go in there before Lady Covidina worked her magic on the world. But the show features a great lineup of girls: Asia O'Hara, Derek Barry, Naomi Smalls, Cameron Michaels, Evie Oddly, and Vanessa Vanjie Mateo.
Yeah.
It's a great group of girls, and the show looks really great, like the actual Vegas show. But this is about the behind the scenes.
The BTS, which is kind of the most interesting stuff because everything else you can just see on YouTube or somebody's Snapchat or TikTok until next week.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Derek's the sort of mainstay. She lives in Vegas. Derek Barry is Las Vegas. She is so Vegas that she doesn't have just one life partner. She has 2. Everything is excessive. Everything is more in Vegas. You know what I mean?
She's been there. She's been on the strip for probably a decade of her life, too. She started when AGT came out or before that. And so she is there. She is in it. She is not going anywhere. And I think they haven't shown Coco, but I know that she's a hometown girl and she's also on cast. I think she's
an understudy. Yeah, she's an understudy, and she's actually in the latest episode that I just watched this morning. It came out last night.
I didn't see that one yet, but maybe you can fill me in. Just like some of the girls and their transplants. Everybody wants to know how Derek's throuple works, and for me, it makes sense. 2 holes, 3 things to stick in them. Do the math. I mean, that's how it works.
I like those odds.
Yeah, I mean it's better than Plinko. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, I've gotten to hang out with Derek and Nick and Mackenzie, and they're such lovely people. They're so warm and kind, and it was really fun. Just like they invited us over to their house and just to like have a nice time. I really enjoy this household of people, and they're lovely. And yeah, it makes sense. They have a great chemistry together, and they share their lives together. You know,
Yeah, and they it seems like they all I mean they all have a sense of humor about themselves.
Mhm.
Derek knows when he's done something stupid and funny, and he leans into it. And I feel like he's like the simplest one on here. He never keeps a secret. He talks the most in this show, and he's the biggest catalyst for things happening. So the fact that he's got 2 boyfriends too and 2 love interests, it's very Vegas of him.
Yes, Derek brought her own giant spoon to the set, which she uses to stir the pot. She
Yes.
does. It
Yes.
has a very long Swarovski'd handle.
And it's a
great
pressure cooker.
spoon.
She shouldn't take the lid off to stir too much, but she tends to keep peeking in. So yeah, the first thing I think that we have to go up against is Derek or Nebraska and Naomi.
Oh yes,
Derek
the first
and
sword fight noises. Yes, the first clash of the divas is of course Naomi versus Nebraska. Oh wow.
when Naomi and Derek were on Drag Race, I remember just like Naomi saying a lot of hurtful, true things about Derek.
Oh my god.
And Derek also saying some things which I don't remember. But there's some beef with Nebraska between Derek and Naomi, and it just keeps rearing its ugly head like a cyst whose sac wasn't removed.
They show the clip from Derek's original season of Drag Race, and she's wearing the same polo shirt at the party present day that she's wearing in the workroom on her season of Drag Race.
Oh wow! So
Same shirt.
It's her party polo.
Girl, yes, it's a party polo.
I get
I
it.
can't blame her for this because I wear the same shirts every single day. So I completely understand. I'm probably wearing the same outfit that I wore on season 5 right now.
This tattoo, though, you're so rugged.
No, I just don't bathe very well, so they're still on. They're
like
temporary.
Diablo Cody.
Who the fuck is
She wrote the United States of Terra, I think, and
Juno.
She's writing Madonna's autobiography or movie or something. I don't know.
Word.
But she's a former stripper, and she's a good writer. I think I read her book. I think she wrote a book. I feel like she did.
I'm gonna read her book while we take a break, and we'll be right back.
Good luck.
Good luck, doll. You'll need it.
Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding, fee-free banking, and it's built just for you.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I want to chime in. They're not like traditional old banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. Plus, they have thousands of fee-free ATMs. There's nothing more frustrating than added fees when you're just trying to access your own money.
Exactly. So with Chime, you are not just switching banks, you are upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account.
And how about some of these benefits? All benefits here, honey. Get 5% cash back on a Chime card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries. And you get savings that grow faster with 3.75 APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average.
And don't forget, they also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free.
We all need to be proactive in our own finances and understand what our money's doing, and banking can be confusing. There's so many hidden fees and policies that are different at each bank, so you have to look out for you, and with Chime you could do that.
Yes, God, and don't just settle. Find what works for you and get the perks and benefits that are beneficial to your life. Check out Chime.
Honey, I did. I'm a Chime user. And Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today.
Head to chime.com/drag. That is chime.com/drag. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime Bank Partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required.
Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A reminder that whatever you're going through, you don't have to go through it alone.
You know, life is a journey, and honey, it's a long one. Some days feel good, and others feel a little bit overwhelming.
But having someone on your side to listen, to understand, and support you, that can make all the difference.
There is so much value in therapy. The stress relief, the understanding of your inner life, knowledge and perspective gained from the process. I really recommend therapy.
BetterHelp has quality therapists who work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S.
And they've got a therapist match commitment, which means you can focus on the therapy goals that you identify by filling out their short BetterHelp questionnaire. And of course, you can change your therapist at any time if your pairing isn't a match.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms, having served over 5 million people globally.
And if you're looking for therapy in this new year, check out BetterHelp.
You don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support and have someone with you in therapy.
Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/drag.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/drag. You know I love a Helix. I just got another one.
Feels like another one. And why wouldn't you? We love Helix.
Yes, not only is Helix a mattress that is so comfortable, but it also helps me get my best sleep. Help me sleep.
Help me sleep. Did you know a study Helix ran found that 82% of those involved saw an increase in their deep sleep cycle while sleeping on a Helix mattress? That is a big percent, okay? They've got high quality mattresses and a reputation to match.
I've been on so many mattresses from Helix. I've been on the Midnight Dusk. I've been on the Elite model.
Oh, yes.
I sleep cool. I sleep on my head. I sleep any way I want on Helix.
Exactly. And you don't want to miss out on this Memorial Day sale. Ooh. So here's how you get a Helix. You take the Helix Sleep Quiz,
check.
And based on your answers, they recommend one of their many different models. Mm-hmm. So if you like it firm or you like it soft, or if you run hot when you sleep, Helix has something just for you.
And you can rest easy with seamless returns and exchanges. The Happy with Helix guarantee offers a risk-free, customer-first experience designed to ensure you're completely satisfied with your new mattress.
So do something good for yourself and get a Helix. Lay around all day, rest easy, and sleep well.
Go to helixsleep.com/drag for 27% off site-wide, exclusive for listeners of Race Chasers.
That's right. That's helixsleep.com/drag for 27% off site-wide.
Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they can know we sent you. That's helixsleep.com/drag.
Well, we are back, and
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the inconspicuous beauty, Alaska Thundercock 5000.
Inconspicuous. Yeah, very.
So,
very.
The inconspicuosity of this situation is further conundrumed by the fact that Nebraska wants to throw in a little jab at Naomi because Derek brings up the fact that Naomi once said on stage that if you are a Derek Barry fan, you must be brain dead. You know, which is the kind of shit talk that happens during the seasons when the girls ask, like, whatever girl's hosting you in whatever town, like, well, what about this? This happened this week with so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And then you say, like, a cute little quippy answer to make the audience go, ooh, oh, shade.
Yeah.
And that happened a few years ago, and Derek either wants to bring it up just to have talking points, but Nebraska seems more pointed about it. You know, like, she's throwing in comments that don't have anything to do with her.
Right. Yeah. It's It's a dramatic exchange, and of course, we're only seeing what the show is showing us. I don't know. I mean, drag queens at a party sit around and talk shit at each other, and they discuss shit that might have happened, whether it's on stage or on TV or whatever. But this is a little different because everyone has body mics on, and there's a camera crew in the house with them. So it's a little different. It works, and I really like this exchange because it was very saucy. It was very dramatic right off the bat for this season. We get the Naomi saying, "Just because you're 6'5" doesn't make you fierce." Oh, you don't like my attitude? Well, if I'm not welcome here, then I'm just going to leave. No, baby, don't do that. No, I didn't want you to do that, baby. No.
Naomi comes into someone's home, three people, and two of the people that live there are currently bringing up uncomfortable stuff and attacking her and demanding answers. And it's just that's not how you start off a party. Nobody wants a party like that. I don't know how you raise your drag children, but this reflects poorly on you, Alaska.
Oh, wow. Listen, I'll have you know I'm an absentee mother. And so I had nothing to do with her raising. But no,
you were there for the conception. Take responsibility.
But Nebraska is bringing to this show the sort of sparks that you want and you need, and that's making it very exciting to watch. The sparks continue at the casino when all the girls are like, "Why don't we stay in drag and just go out?"
Do you guys like really bad lighting? Let's put on cocktail dresses and go out on the carpet.
Let's go to the tables where everyone smokes indoors. Yes. I love smoking indoors.
Let's go stand next to our Photoshop pictures. And we'll stand next to them and then they'll go, oh.
I just saw a messy man.
Wow. Nebraska shows up to meet the girls. Nebraska also in full drag.
This is a week later after that. Basically, right? Or a couple days after.
Yeah, I think it's a few days after.
Stuff is simmered. The girls have to do a promo appearance in the casino, walk around, do a little lap, show the guys what they're missing. And Derek says, "Oh, Nebraska just had a photo shoot. Can she stop by?" And it's okay. It's hot as fuck in Vegas. If you have a photo shoot and you're wearing those giant rubber fake tits, you're gonna take them off in the car.
Well, she had a photo shoot. It's called Drag Race Vegas Revue. I mean, it's a TV appearance, and they said probably be in drag. This is what I'm guessing.
I just feel I know what you said about Nebraska being the kindling in all this show, but I really just wish they would have found another way instead of creating drama between people that they should be paying Asia and Naomi extra to have to deal with the extraneous characters that Derek has helped introduce into the show, because Nebraska is an unwelcome adjutant in this show. And after that first party, he should have known and steered clear. But instead, producers just, Machiavelli, just rubbing their hands together, thinking, oh, this is great. I feel really bad for Asia and Naomi because all this shit has, it's they should be getting a per diem for it. It's not fair. But when Nebraska shows up in the casino and tries to build a bridge with Naomi when one end of the bridge is still on fire, even though it's just a slow simmer because Naomi's cool about it and not an idiot. I don't understand why Nebraska has to come in and poke the bear at all. And I understand why Asia gets mad.
Because the producers probably asked her to.
Well,
it isn't real.
I was asked to be on a TV show once and I said no.
Well, it's also a TV show where, you're exactly right. She is there as an adjutant. She's being used for that.
But does she know?
So she is being edited in such a way that she is just an adjutant. She's not a main character in the show. So they're using her for that. So we don't know what was said that isn't shown. I think that, I'm being a little defensive because Nebraska has had
your daddy's name on it. I get it.
No, but she's had a really hard time with people sending her death threats and sending her a lot of hatred and negativity because of this program, and it really is hurtful to her. And I told her, listen, you're on TV. People are saying your name. That doesn't happen all the time. So like use this opportunity and make the best out of it. Don't get like emotionally hurt about it, because it's an opportunity for her. Any time that a drag queen gets to be on TV, that's a big deal. And so I hope that she uses it to her benefit.
Yeah, I think Tennessee Williams or somebody, and I know I've said this before, never turned
Gore
down.
Vidal.
Yeah, her. That one. That quote. Thank you. But
That's
at the
hot
same
goss.
At the same time, I don't understand why he couldn't, if he was going to be given this opportunity, I don't understand why he constructed a better storyline for himself that could have benefited him more in the long run with jobs, positivity, and stuff like that. I don't like the storyline that he's chosen to allow himself to be a part of. I don't know if it was his idea or somebody else's, but I think it's extraneous and not necessary for this drag. For the show, good. Is it detrimental for him though? Fuck yeah, I think it is. I mean, who knows? But like at this point, it's not making him look good, and it's making me question why he's being a shit stir to my friends like Asia and Naomi. Because when Asia gets heated, when Asia pops off, I've seen her pop off in a dressing room at girls, and I've also seen her work really, really well with people that she hate who are like within like 10 feet of her. For years, she can just pay nooch and be a professional and work. I saw it in Texas for years, and she's great. So to see her flip over the fact that there's, you know, that someone's pulling strings behind the scenes to make her experience in Vegas a less than positive one pisses me off for her, because she went there to do a show and do a job, and she has the hardest fucking job in the show. So for producers to throw this character at her and Naomi, it makes me go, this is messy. It didn't need to be messy.
Because the format is the Real Housewives. Messiness is the product. That's what they're selling. If Nebraska showed up and was positive love and light, I can guarantee this, she wouldn't have any screen time, because that's not the product that they are peddling with this program.
But should she? I mean, why?
She wouldn't have been on TV, period. So
well, maybe she shouldn't be right now at this point if this is all she has to offer. I mean, God bless the child and everything, but like, what is she adding to the program other than negativity? And
God bless the children.
This is from someone who talks shit on the internet weekly, but at the same time, at least my stuff is funny. Like, her stuff is just, I'm not feeling it yet, and I hope there's a what's it called at the end, like a 180 or something that makes me like her more. I've always been like very like. I've always been on good terms with her and Derek's whole family, but like this is when you get to know somebody, sometimes you don't like them as much. And you are right, it's an opportunity to be on TV, which you usually can't buy. But like,
well, there's plenty of drama to go around, and the next beeflet comes between Asia and Naomi.
And this was brought on at the sleepover, and I think everybody should have just played Spin the Bottle, because the girls with boyfriends or partners, they were like, no, we'll do Truth or Dare when it gets to me.
Right.
Which, mistake, because Spin the Bottle is just like the easiest way to cheat on your partner. So go with it, I think.
It's a loophole in the system of relationships, yes.
And this would have been a Holly loophole for sure.
Holly loophole, yes.
Asia is given the task of being told in front of people by someone else, and watching Naomi's face while Derek explains this, because Naomi went into Derek's dressing room like a couple shows before and talked about this gym chat where the girls were going to get their pump on but ended up just sitting on the floor, you know, gossiping. It was Cameron, Naomi, and Asia, I think, and you know, just light, frivolous gym talk about Asia's parents being dead, and you know, who's the weakest person in the show, who could be the downfall. It's just totally inappropriate gym talk. And Asia mentions that Naomi could be the weakest link because, like, you know, she's not there for prayer circles and group hugs, and she goes to get pedicures.
The opening red carpet where they were doing the group shot. Yeah.
So Asia bases a comment on that, I guess. I don't know if she's trying to be controversial or what, but she's also friends with Naomi, so she's allowed to. It's not like the Derek, Nebraska, Naomi situation.
She didn't say it to her face? Didn't she say it
No,
to
she
her
did.
face?
Yeah, she was next to her. It was her,
So,
Cameron
I mean,
Michaels, and Naomi. So, like, the fact that Naomi is going into a dressing room and talking about it with her other cast members, sure, that happens. It's dressing room chit chat, but you would never expect one of those people in that dressing room to go back to the person they were talking about and say, well, this girl said you're the weakest link. How do you feel about that? Blah, blah, blah. In the longest truth or dare setup ever. It's like, where
Right.
were you going with this question, Derek? And did the producers write it on a card or did you have to memorize it?
It came out of a pink furry box, I think.
Girl.
The result, though, is that Asia feels very attacked, and she feels she gets upset because she felt like in the dressing room she had a space to just kind of like relax and like be there and be herself, and now it's coming out that like the girls in the dressing room kind of feel a certain way about her. And so this is all coming at her. There's cameras on her, and she stands up and says, I'm leaving, take my microphone.
Yeah.
And why don't you take our microphones right now, and we're going to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Just take my mic. I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Get me the fuck out of this snuggie.
Oh my gosh, you're back. It's you.
Welcome back, the innocence of befuddlement. Alaska Thunderfuck 5000. The show is about to start. So Naomi says it says a lot without saying anything when you just watch her face while Derek is talking. Like, we'll put it on our Instagram just because it's the face where her eyes narrow a little bit and she's thinking, no way, Derek can't be this dumb
like,
to repeat
why
this.
are we doing all this
Like,
right
what
now?
the fuck? It's an unblinking, unchanging expression, and it says everything to me, the viewer,
Yeah.
anyway. And Asia, I hear her voice crack, which, makes me think that there's more emotion than should be normally involved with drag, and it makes me feel for her. And she gets up and gets out, and it's the fact that they're saying this is their green room and everything. It's not their green room. I've been in the green room there. That's not the green room. That's a hotel
That's
room.
where the snacks are.
Yeah, that's not the green room at all. It's a hotel room that's like floors and floors and floors up. So
Okay.
don't believe the lies. Now
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Now there's more beef to go around.
Ooh, is it Wellington?
Bourguignon. Beef Wellington. Beef
Wellington.
Wellington.
This Asia drama continues into the show from that hotel suite up in the clouds, and she moves to do her. There's this
Is that
clearing.
from Fancy? Is that one of the lines from Fancy? Hotel
no.
suite up in the clouds. What is that from?
And I got me a Georgia mansion and an elegant New York townhouse. 1 week later, I was pouring his tea in a 5-room hotel suite. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you want to see me perform fancy, you can go to the Patreon at patreon.com/Willam. And Alaska also does a number.
I do MacArthur Park. I don't just do a number. I do a drag staple.
She doesn't do a number. She does a whole fucking equation. That song is so long.
Says the girl who did Fancy. I mean, come on. 37 verses. 37 verses just to get her to age 16. I mean, really, it's...
Well, you have to tell them where the cockroach comes from.
Right. On the heel... To my high heel Louboutin. So... The next beef is between Asia and Derek. Wait, I mean, well, it kind of is just a continuation,
It's
but
a continued beef. It's
the
a
Asia dressing room drama. Sword sounds.
This is more of like a cold. This is definitely a cold roast beef sandwich from the pot roast that everybody had last night. The beef keeps on giveth for sure. Now this Asia dressing room drama where she moves from basically the first level of dressing rooms is one level above the stage, how this is laid out as someone who's performed there. The second
You're
level
going to
of
be running these stairs every night, so get
8
used
times a
to
night.
it.
If you're smart, you'll come up with an exit plan. I chipped my tooth on a Quaalude. So the second level of dressing rooms is 2 stores up from the stage. So when they say that she could have her own space, one more dressing room up, that's kind of inconvenient because Asia probably does the most fucking work with 7 or 8 little bits in the show.
Yeah,
when
she has 8 different scenes.
And most girls have 2 or 3 max, like 2
Yeah.
group numbers and a solo. And Asia's in everything. So I understand why she wanted to move to the closest like little touch-up area on the
Side of
stage.
the stage, yes.
Unfortunately, due to union rules, there's so many weird-ass fucking union rules in Vegas. Like, you're not allowed to have a show longer than 90 minutes or you get fined by the gaming board, which is like, they have a lot of crazy rules. But one of the rules, the union rules, is they need like a safety perimeter around the stage of like 8 feet or something. Some like buffer zone between the stage and where like there's permanent structures or something like that. And the dressing room where Asia decided to set up is like a little quick change room, and she decided to stay there, and she's not allowed there. And then they bring in one of the big guns, one of the behind the scenes people who you don't know, but you might know, Randy Barbado. And they call like this whole onstage meeting, and it's dramatic. And there was an interview with Evie where she said something about Rue that was very true, and I understand where she got. I'm guessing she probably gained that opinion about her from this show, because the way Rue singles her out to talk about her own body issues with the doctors and like directing this girl what to do, basically telling her it. I don't like it. And I don't like it. I just don't like it. Like, don't tell me what to do with my fucking body after I'm sacrificing it to give your show ratings, you know? Because the way I understood it, Evie's condition, every time, the more that she does drag, the worse it gets, basically, from what I gained from watching her story on the show. And when RuPaul like has these moments with her, it does feel like, you know, Emmy bait. Like I'm doing what I need to do to like be. How can I be relatable here? Oh, I'll talk to the young girl about her body and tell her what to do and act like I'm helping her. We've set you up with the doctor. It's like, duh. There's so many fingerprints on it. There's even fucking toe prints on it. This show is strung together, much like the Housewives, I guess. I don't really watch that, but like, is this all the Housewives is too? Is just drama on drama on drama?
Yes, and I mean putting them in situations that are pressure cookers that will erupt into conflict.
I do that after the Naomi Weakest Link battle, they showed her performing, and you know, that stage was never cleaner after she swiffered her little leg trick on it.
She did. Yeah, she did the Naomi Smalls.
I like the way that they're using the story to like introduce like a little performance segment during the show to see that the girls do have talent and why they're there. It's not just because they're boyfriends or like their gym talks and stuff like that.
Right.
It's
because ultimately the show is to promote the Vegas show, and the show looks really, really cool in this show. Speaking of RuPaul makes a few cameos in the show. She gives advice about what? Meditating, dating, not holding on to resentments. Are you sure that isn't the masterclass, Dipper?
It's definitely not the masterclass.
That's where she room.
That's where she tells you not to put your hands in your pockets. RuPaul's playing guru. It's what she does now. It's like
wear a suit.
It's her side hustle for sure.
You like money?
My first foundation was Tawny. It was Tawny something. Tawny
Sunset?
I don't think it was Tawny Sunset. She just talked about it in the last episode of her masterclass where she paid another girl to get into drag instead of doing it herself like we all signed up for.
What privilege.
Exactly. Cameron has this breakup B storyline where they're like, how can we get the hot guy with no conflict to have a storyline?
I have a question about all that.
Sure, let's delve into his personal life.
Well, how... Now, this is my big question because if you've watched the show, you know that Cameron, his boyfriend from New York, comes to visit.
He's seeing.
Well, okay, comes to visit Vegas and they go to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and then the guy breaks up with Cameron and says the distance is too much and I don't want to do this anymore.
Does he say that? I feel like his turn where he gets negative was when Cameron asked once, she's like, and maybe you can come visit here more often, blah, blah, blah. And then it's kind of like, oh, well, we could talk about it. And then Cameron says that again. I'm not sure at who's prodding, either his or whatever. But like the fact that the thirst is there because you're asking the same question again. And then you get the same answer, but worse from the person you're saying it to, makes me think they should have just kept it light and not tried to define it and everything. But I'm sure for TV, they needed that. But Andre's cool. I've met him. I follow him on Instagram.
But Cameron was crying, though.
Yeah, because like...
I don't believe that was acting.
I don't believe it was either, but at a certain point when you feel like something can't have a label because, you know, of distance or whatever, Cameron's not dumb. It's hard to be in a show 5-6 nights a week and then have a relationship with someone 3,000 miles away. Sure, he wants it because, like, everybody wants that at some point and romanticizes it. But, like, having that fantasy in your head about someone who lives that far away and then them not reflecting it back is hurtful. So I'm sure that's why he was crying. And I feel for the guy. But
my question is, did the producers provoke this exchange? Did they book the flight? What was he going to visit anyway? And it was just lucky that it happened within the confines of a production schedule?
Honey, I can tell you this. Anytime that they filmed outside in Las Vegas, they had a permit. They had a plan. They didn't say, oh, let's get a permit to film there outside at Paris on the Eiffel Tower and then just hope you guys have something to talk about. They didn't do that. They
so
didn't
did the boyfriend know that he was going to break up with Cameron? Yes. Did he tell the producers that he was going to do that? Did the producers say, how are things going? Well, if you want to break it off with him, it might be a good idea to do it on the show. Is that what happened? Because that seems like so emotionally head fucked to me. Yeah. Because Cameron, I don't think he was acting when he was crying in the Eiffel Tower.
I don't think that they left anything to chance. I think that when they had Andre probably like getting ready to go to Vegas and like, you know, signing his whatever or doing, I'm sure he had a talk with someone beforehand. This is what we're going to talk about, XYZ. The talking points are there on the fucking call sheet. You know, it says what this scene is about. Why are we on the top of the Eiffel Tower? They weren't just there to see the view. They were there to get story points in. And that's how reality shows work, you know?
It seems very emotionally, like, mortifyingly manipulative.
Oh, yeah. Of course. But you know what's even more, you know what's even worse? Anonymity.
Anonymity?
So, that, yeah. Like, sorry, I said it wrong. But, like, would I rather be emotionally manipulated and on TV or at home, not on TV? I'll choose the first one.
Okay. Something you've said before on the podcast is you can either be right or you can be happy. Is that the saying?
No, you can be right and alone or like something else. I don't know.
You can be right and alone or like just like let it go and be with other people. Yeah. And I feel like it's this butting heads between Asia and Naomi, because Naomi's like, I'm not going to like bend over backwards to apologize and to invite you back into the dressing room and all this. And Asia's like, well, I'm not going to go in there unless they like apologize to me and make me feel like I am wanted in there. So it's like this disagreement that did get seriously blown out of proportion. And for the sake of like, it's good for a reality show where you want drama, but for the sake of like having a dressing room I feel like I would just be like, just come back, please. Can we just have a dressing room, please? Right?
I mean, I would sacrifice any petty or what malicious comments I felt were made about me to have a camaraderie in the show for sure, because it always makes the show a little bit better, I think. But thank God, we have RuPaul here telling the girls just to move through the conflict and get over those negative feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't have her to tell us that, what would we do? Like, actually talk to each other and tell us about our feelings and work it out over the break?
Well, why don't we take a break and then we'll talk about the exciting kiss between drag queens.
Wait, Willem, do you like this show?
You know what? It's hard seeing your friends be emotionally manipulated. And Asia, I've known since 2008, and
Yeah.
she's a really hard worker. And they're fucking with her. They're fucking with her pregame in her locker room, and I don't like it for her. I also don't like Derek and Nebraska being pawns and allowing themselves. They could have decided what kind of show this was going to be by not doing the bullshit that they've done. But they've decided to do the bullshit. So I'm allowed to judge my friends for it, but I'm still going to be friends with them for sure. And I can say all of that.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious because you seem so excited to talk about it. But
I am. It's
okay.
drag. Like, I love drag. I love that I've seen the show. I love that I can see the inner workings behind it now with this is like basically the Untucked. But I definitely am pissed by what they're doing to Asia. It's like, it's not okay. Like expecting a girl to go out there and do a show when her backstage is so chaotic because producers of the same show are also producing a TV show in which they want to create stakes there, which shouldn't be there for a conducive, good flowing theater show. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucked. It's two sets of teams working against each other, and the girls are all in the middle. And I think Derek and Nebraska could have decided to take a better path and decide what kind of show this would be instead of the tawdriness it's become. But they chose to do whatever they wanted to do. And I don't know if producers egged them on to do that, but it could have been a different show if people made different personal choices. And I think it's unfortunate that it's not. Is it a good TV show? Fuck yeah. Am I sad for my friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
But also happy. They get to be on TV, and I'll never fucking be on that show again. You know? I already played that room, so fuck it. 2006 was crazy, y'all. Now, Evie's little B storyline, she doesn't seem to be really hanging out with anybody. So, like, she just wanders into a room and then, oh, can I rehearse with you guys? Will you teach me a move? Did you see that? Like, that wasn't a B storyline. That was like a C storyline or a D storyline. That was so far removed. None of the other girls, you could tell they filmed it a day. They filmed other stuff with Evie. They're like, that was her day for her personal.
This is when the producers are just pissing on your leg and telling you it's raining. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on in here? Oh, hi. What are you doing in here? Oh, we're all mic'd.
Oh.
We all have microphones. This is all completely play. The dancers are in full costume on stage, but that's. Oh, do you want to just come up and like try some moves with us? Or oh my gosh, really? What?
Oh.
It's so they do this in every reality show. They do the like completely. It's like a staged, moment.
Girl, I don't know how I could probably count them. How many times reality shows came to bingo,
Oh,
LA,
yeah.
LA Inc., Happily Ever After, the Twins. I've done so many bingo reality shows just because people come in. And the way they film it, like, oh, there's drag queens inside.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. It's like, oh my god, wow. Yeah.
Very that.
But it was cute, and I like that they're using this opportunity to sort of promote other shows that are happening in Las Vegas. That show looks really amazing with the women dancers.
Yeah, all those white girls seem to be having a lot of fun.
They were sickening. Then, okay, can we talk about the steamy, sultry date? No, you didn't watch the latest episode.
I didn't, but I have kissed many drag queens, as have you. I don't know if you've kissed many, but you've kissed frequently.
A few. But for me, in general, two drag queens together, that's disgusting to me. For me.
How dare you condemn my relationship?
In general. I just need a straight up man. You know what I'm saying? My drag queen boyfriend is a straight up man.
Season forever.
The last episode deals with them finding Vanjie love and a relationship. So
oh yeah, because they all went to that country western bar and Derek further
Right.
convoluted shit by making a Vanjie dance off or some bullshit. I'm sure producers or whatever, because when the guys did come over and talk to the girls at the table at Charlie's, which is a really fun bar in Vegas, I love it there. We did a gig there last year, I think. Everybody comes over, they're mic'd, they're lit. They knew what was happening. They went to this bar with the objective, quote unquote, to find Vanjie Love.
Yes.
And they did find her some nice verse bottoms to have a lunch with.
Right. One of them they have a very awkward date and exchange.
Girl, and then Derek leaves the date that he set up playing fucking Dolly Levi, and not Dolly Levi from The Birdcage, Dolly Levi from whatever Barbra Streisand movie that was.
Right.
Hello, Dolly. That's what it's called. Oops.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
We're so glad to have you back in town. So this sort of vibe continues as a through line with the latest episode, which happens when Vanjie's mom comes to visit. And Vanjie's mom is like sitting around with the girls. They're laughing, having a good time. And she's like, so, Cameron, are you single? And Cameron's like, well, I am now. And so Vanjie was like describing like what she's looking for in a relationship. She wants someone who's like into family, someone who can be committed, someone who like communicates really well. And so Cameron feels like, oh my gosh, well, that's kind of me and what I want. So then they go out to a bar. Coco Montrese comes in. And
yay! Everything's better with some hot cocoa.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Deep salute, Coco's here.
They mention that she is an understudy for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Coco's like talking about something and something and something. And like as Coco's talking, Cameron is like, what do I do? Should I talk to Vanjie? What do I do? Like mouthing words at Derek while Coco Montrese is like mid conversation. And so Derek is like, why don't we play Spin the Bottle again? It worked out really well last time.
I feel like this show, the call sheets were done on Post-its. They're like, oh, grab that one with just grab me that stack of Post-its and we'll bring it to set. It'll be great. Yeah, we did Spin the Bottle before, but that was like an episode and a half ago. They won't remember.
I think Derek has an earpiece in.
You think?
Right. Earwig. And so they do Spin the Bottle. It lands
in a bar. They play Spin the Bottle. Really,
girl? I know they cleared off that table and spun the Grey Goose toots. They did it. It lands on Cameron. So then Derek does like eeny, meeny, miny, mo very badly to land on Vanjie. And then is like, you two kiss. And then they do. And Vanjie says, oh my gosh, whoever did Cameron's Juvederm did a really good job because it feels great. She says that in the confessional chair. It's very funny.
It's good to know the clump is not pumpy.
Right. No clumpy pumpy.
Sorry, no, the pump is not clumpy. Not the clump is not pumpy. My bad. Girl, your clump is pumpy.
Yeah. So then, I'm just recapping it for you. Then,
thank you.
Vanjie and Cameron go over and like have a private moment, and they're like, oh my gosh, well, I didn't want it to happen like that, so maybe we should try that again. And so then they kiss again. And it's very sweet.
If you look really closely too, you can see Mish peeking around the corner. Just
you actually do see a cameraman in the bar.
Misha's behind the cameraman, diddling herself, and she has her phone up, I'm sure, like, drag queens. It's unfortunate that they had to shut this show down, though, because right after this episode, it basically, due to COVID, like, it's done. And the confessionals do look very, very, very green screen with the fake Vegas in the back of them.
They must have done pickups with the confessionals, and the girls did them at home.
Yeah.
So,
Because why else would you use a green screen of Las Vegas when you're actually in Las Vegas? It's called slapdash production. And we thank you, Wow. We thank you, VH1 and Wow Presents, for making this slapdash production, because anytime we get to see queens on TV, even when they're messy, it is a good thing for us and for visibility. And you know, these girls are talented. They should be seen, and hopefully people will go see the show once it's back up and running.
Yeah, and it's a shame that it sort of got, it's good that they got most of the shooting done of the queens before COVID shut down the show. This is very good promotion for the show. When the show is back up and running in Vegas, and the world is kind of back to a more safe, post-pandemic place, then, we encourage you to go support these women. Support them online. Don't believe everything you see on TV. Do not let that taint your, impression of these drag queens, because these drag queens are people, first of all, and they're our friends, and
some of them are
they're
taints.
really fierce. It's tainted. Take it. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord.
Dark-sided.
I do not want this money. Take it. It's tainted.
Dark-sided. You let her into our house?
Her name is Jade. I went to her station. I planted the seed, and I will see the harvest.
I hope you get to see the harvest of this show. I don't know when Vegas is reopening, but I do know that I'm going to be doing a gig in Vegas for either Halloween or Pride, I think.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. A socially distanced one, probably with my sister, Rhea Latre. So, at least Vegas will be popping a little bit. Do you think this season, based on what you've seen, is deserving of a second installment, a second season?
I think yes. I mean, it all really comes down to if it performed like the network wanted it to, but I don't know. I mean, I watched it, I enjoyed it, and it's good promotion for the Vegas show, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it again. It was probably, relatively inexpensive to produce. Everyone's there anyway, so. Yeah,
truth. Well, next week we are going to be talking about something different. We're going to be talking about it's not season 4, but it comes after season 4. It's season 5. Yay!
Bring back my legendary goddesses.
Now, did you decide what you were the goddess of? Because the Bubble One goddess land was taken, obviously.
Everyone's a goddess of something.
What were you the goddess of?
I actually was. Everyone had like a prop, like a bow and arrow, a spear,
Lanesha had
bubble
a spear.
wand.
Yeah.
I didn't have a prop. We decided that I didn't have a prop, so I was in the commercial. They do like green screen stuff behind us, and mine was like outer space. Like there were unicorns flying through outer space. So I think I'm like a space queen.
Is that why your hair was so fucked up? The unicorns did it?
Oh my god! How dare you?
Anyway, get your bubble wands ready because it's time for season 5 with I don't know where we'll get behind the scenes tips.
I don't know.
I'm
we'll
so
see.
excited.
I'm very excited. It's a great season, and it was a really exciting time in my life, and I'm excited to like look back on it and relive it.
Oh gosh. And wait till you see this fucking podcast art. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I know.
It's so good. We'll talk about it next week once you see it, because we know you're a little visual.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we thank you very much for joining us on Race Chaser this week, and we promise to continue to provide you with award-winning content every week.
I'm Willam.
And I'm Alaska.
And you can rate our podcast and comment about how fantastic it really is in great detail, and subscribe.
Follow the dolls at Willam at the Only Alaska 5000, and our Race Chaser podcast is at Race Chaser Pod. Use the hashtag RaceChaser whenever you post, and you can send us an email, drop us a line at racechaserpodcast@gmail.com.
And we have bonus content too at patreon.com/Willam, and you can search using the hashtag RaceChaser and then watch what you want a la carte.
Yes, wear a mask, wash your hands, be considerate of those around you, make your voting plan.
Oh yeah, everybody got to make their voting plans.
Yeah, definitely.
Now,
we'll see you next week. I'm gonna move out of this dressing room, but we'll see you next week.
That's not hot goss.
Race Chaser.
Race Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Forever Dog.
Race Chaser with Alaska and Willam is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our theme song is Race Chaser by Alaska Thunderfuck.